seeing that big old Steve. I mean, but he could go in the off lane, could go in the Steve. You haven't heard that? Steve.
No way we're giving Steel a friendly name Steve.
We sure are. He's the big friendly robot just hunkering down and punching people with his iron. Respectfully, though, every single time.
Doesn't feel
But either way, very flexible pick, my friend. You can go in the off lane, go into the jungle, and there it is. We're seeing the howitzer mid, so that's a new this rockin' Rena in the support role. Dare I say off lane? I mean, I've seen it. It's not super effective, so please, folks, do not put Rena in the off lane. But you know, you can go there. The draft picks a substitution, catching out more to round out the
Decker picked up. Probably gonna see a Decker. We have for Quan, I like
heavy into the magic damage, so Steel, I mean, he's got his passive, so if he builds his armor, he gets the magical armor on the flip side of it, so he's okay fighting into either of those in the off lane. Steel, he's not a natural winner in the off lane. He's just going to hold it down and make sure you don't get backdoored. He's then eventually going to get unlocked, and that should be the objective of the team to unlock him, so that he can put in the big shield slam, help you win an objective fight, and then you roll on to, you know, towers after that. But then, what if he goes oh, he's not going to the jungle, sorry folks, because it will be the Kalari for sure in the jungle.
Well, we don't know for sure.
You're right, could go off lane, I mean, this is the FPL after all, folks. Wherever they're comfortable, that is where they're going to go. Cool. Yo, Simba played it a few times in some scrims before the LAN. It didn't look great. No smack on Simba. It was just like, I don't think it does effective. So, if you guys go off lane, frankly, tough matchups in the Kong and the Aurora, both very durable, right? They're building Magnify, which can shred you. You want to get those mission stacks as well, so I don't know, just not safe to go in the off lane.
I actually got you to analyze the potential. Like, we agree it's the steal.
That's okay, fair enough.
Stranger danger,
I
serious.
would love to be wrong. I would love to see Kalari off
I
lane.
wouldn't love you to be wrong here. I would hate that, actually.
Oh, that's Steel ult.
To see what madness. But, my friend, we didn't even talk about
They're using everything.
We're seeing the Zaris and the Boris. What do you think of that?
I mean, I think it kind of tells the same.
They're just running Sarah down. Nice. Nice kill on TB.
Don't like the junglers. Want them in our back. I dropped the Palestinian and then I get so I feel like they could have left that one up and maybe fixed it themselves, but
kind of poking and prodding, using that Coliseum. My friend, it's also got the jungle in this 8 the new neutral objectives. You have to have some folks with some good clear that can make their way around the map and people that can take those 1v1s if they find their jungler invading, etc. This is where it's going to be interesting with the Kalari in the jungle. Is like she does want to kind of pick you out when you're weak, right? When you're least expecting it. You're like, oh, I think if I can just squeeze in this 2 camp before I go back, I'll be fine. That's exactly when she strikes. Against the Kwang, against the Aurora, with whichever one, that's going to be difficult to do because, like we said, they're both durable. They both have good escape options as well. So it might be tough for her to take those 1v1s, but I'll be looking for her. That's going to be their pivotal point here for the crew.
It really sounds like Kalari is
Steel's
my
looking
natural
for
born.
There's
one thing I am in the jungle, it's extremely greedy for my camp. But you touched on a very good point here, Philly. How effectively does this Kalari get into the fight? Because you're looking for Skylar. Yeah, that's the main damage dealing source from Death Away. They all bring a fair amount of pain on their own. Like, you're not trying to target out the Zinx. Well, maybe you are. Just get the Neural Genesis offline. But you're not looking to take out the Decker early. It's really all about this Skylar who can just take the sky.
And then you've got double the peel, right? You've got the Decker can peel for you because she'll probably be in the back line, almost playing sort of like a Gadget, right? Gadget wants to be in the back line, kind of extend the poke, right? She'll put in the Photon Disruptors and the Ion Strikes and the Stasis Bombs, whatever. And the Zinx is there too, so if the Kallari does appear, it's boom, Ricochet right on top, then Stasis Bomb layered on that, the Hypercharge, and then you're bursted down. Something that the crew likes to do is play these very bursty comps. They want to pick out one target and just obliterate you, and so that is where the Howitzer comes in, because with the Make It Rain, the R2000s, they can really get that done. And if Bengal Macro or Sumer is playing that, can combine with the Kallari to get some of these early picks, maybe around like an early seedling, something like that, get this Kallari snowballing, then it could be different. Then she'll have an item up on people and then can go at any target that she wants. So it's going to be very interesting how this early game plays out. But if Kallari doesn't get off to a good start, my friend, it's going to be very difficult to get in that back line.
This feels like one of those games where timing is going to be everything. You have to make sure that when you're Kallari, if you're looking to engage, those big cooldowns can peel you off. Those have got to be offline. So you have to be very patient when you look for your engagements. And speaking of being patient, we're going to ask you to be patient for just a quick moment longer. Please toss this to a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hitting up, Danny.
All right, welcome back to none other than the game itself. The crew take on Death Awaits. Still Spooky and Philly to take you through everything here. Philly, we had our opportunity to look over the drafts, the bans. Now we get to see the gameplay itself. I know you said you're a big fan of the draft, but me, I love this part.
Yeah, the game is definitely where it's at. That's why we come to the NPL and every other league across the predecessor scene. Something I do want to highlight here is Candy is actually a support player. And that's their role for the Pay Your Taxes team for the PCC. So they've swapped over here to the solo lane for the crew, but they're playing a support, right? You know how to play the steal, so they're going to be comfortable on that side going up against the Aurora. So you and I, we were kind of like, you know, pondering who was it going to be, Kwang, Aurora. We're finding it out now. I like the Kwang in the jungle, very durable, can stand up against that early seedling damage, which I think is very important. If you can secure both seedlings to start, you get level 6. That's an easy Fang Tooth, because you have your ultimate before the other jungler does. If they try to enter the pit, it's going to be a no-go for them. So very interesting. We'll see how this duo lane actually pans out, because it's the Decker as support. Zinx is going mid.
That's not really what I had anticipated, given what we've seen players do in the past. How valuable... We'll talk about a few things here, but since we are talking about mid lane, I want to focus on that right now. How valuable is that Zinx in this mid lane? Obviously, she can do some poking, but when you talk about the sustain she typically brings to lanes, how effective is that when you're just by yourself? How effective is that in a Regenesis or even ganks? What's the strat here?
Okay. My old buddy, Dr. Shadow, used to try to run Zinx and Muriel mid lane. Was sometimes effective, was sometimes not. Yeah. The thing is that when you go to late game, it's very difficult, because what big ultimate are you providing? It's no, you know, Tesla Dome. It's no, you know, Make It Rain. You know, it's nothing that's going to be super impactful. Then you're also playing from the back line here, really looking for those ricochets. So I think for me, this is part of that 1.8 patch where a lot of the game actually is controlled through the mid lane. If you can pressure out your opposing mid laner, make them back early, you free up a seedling, get your jungler facilitated, then you can kind of snowball from there. So for me, what this composition is saying, at least Zinx in the mid, is to really poke out Banglemac, force him away, and then allow the Kwang to do the work.
That's the important thing, in my opinion, there. And it's the jungler, right? I want to take our eyes over to the right side. We've got Candy on this steal up against this Aurora. It's not a winning lane. You touched on it yourself. You said this is naturally a pick that's not going to win the lane. And what that does is it does mean this wave can push up quite a bit more towards Candy. And that opens up some potential invades. If you're getting too many invades off, your Kallari starts to fall behind. So how important is it to make sure we have presence on this right side of the map? You can already see Kwang making that rotation over. Marky is in the area.
Yeah, and this could be disastrous if the Candy does not spot it out. The tether does get next to my friend. He goes